Hi, everyone. Welcome to Appliance Advisors. I'm Francesco, joined as always by my co-host Dennis. Today, we're going to talk about wall ovens and really, again, just kind of high level overview here, but really some of the best wall oven brands. And within these brands, there's certainly some different maybe designs or styles and models and things like that. But just overarching, let's talk about the best brands for wall ovens here.
Yeah. You have to start with Wolf. And I know everyone says that if you listen to our podcast often enough, it's not for any other reason other than listen, their reliability and quality is it's real.
Yeah.
And I've owned them and bought them just like everybody else that has, and they last. I mean, you take them out kicking and screaming. I mean, I took my stove out recently. I was 20 years old. And I mean, it was working great. It was just we use it like crazy. It needed a refresh. I think the kitchen did more than the stove. It was time. But they'll always admit they're never going to be the most tech forward company, although they've made a bunch of improvements and they're going to continue to. They have some new launches coming out with some of the other pieces, which is just kind of them getting, but they'll admit they're never going to be as tech forward as some of these companies. And we'll talk about one in a minute, like LG or SKS, that just really pushes that envelope because quality control testing is what they're all
Yeah.
about. And so that's why I would put them at the top of just performing.
100%. And even like you said, like when you look at the tech, like that wall oven, it's got a lot of tech in there.
That's everything you need.
It's really great too. So couple cool things with that. And you're seeing it with a lot of these brands now going into like the guided cooking or something like that. But Wolf has it kind of their gourmet mode in their higher end M series ovens. I also really like in those M series ovens, essentially there's 3 styles, but they're all the same features. There's kind of like that Pro series with Pro handle and knobs, which is cool. You have the transitional, which has kind of the tubular handle with no knobs. And then you even have a contemporary that's just no handle, no knobs, push to open. All the same features. They all do the exact same thing. Just stylistically, they look a little bit different. So I really like on the Wolf that gourmet mode, again, that they all have. Guided cooking, walks you right through everything. Where in the oven, what rack to put it in, what style rack to use, where to put the temperature probe. They do a really nice job there. They have a really cool dual convection system also that's a little different than everybody else. So their convection system is kind of more tower style.
Linear, yeah.
Yeah, and it kind of makes the oven be a little bit bigger. So instead of kind of like traditional just square, it kind of curves back. So you have a little bit more depth than you're going to have with some of the other, really any of the other ovens out there. And then, like you said, obviously reliability. I mean, just really hard to beat a Wolf. So features, reliability, performance, stylistically, yeah, I definitely put them at the top there too. Next one I think that we got to talk about would be Miele. So really definitely a competitor to Wolf there.
Yeah, certainly, Miele kind of guided cooking. Again, it built it.
Yeah.
It really did.
100.
We were just talking in a dishwasher. It was a first with a third rack. Like they push a lot of
Yeah.
first innovation, big next gen stuff.
Their MasterChef
And their
program.
MasterChef
Yeah.
is unbelievable. I mean, I always, the one thing that I like about it, and other brands have kind of jumped on this, but right down to the foods that you don't cook that often, seeing the food, seeing the color of the meat of the food. So when do I like it medium rare, and literally being able to slide it and literally seeing the
How much pink.
yeah, how much
yeah.
pink is left in the meat or not, and oh, that's it.
Yeah.
And then really walking you through how to dress it, where to put it, what rack to put it on. And the biggest thing I think, because I think part of the great part with the kitchen is entertaining, and that's why you really think about when you have people over how much your kitchen either works for you or doesn't. So I think it's really important, and you want to enjoy those times, right? Family time or friends. But at the end of the day, it's the rat race of, okay, now we're at showtime, and did it all work? The roll's coming out 20 minutes late. Did I burn that? This, and that. MasterChef cuts right through that. It's literally counting down and telling you the exact time to done this. So you can really so if you're cooking a piece of meat, it'll tell you that has 7 minutes and 53 seconds to get me to
how long to let it rest.
put out the rolls,
yeah.
rest food, pour the water, all that stuff.
It's like having a little AI assistant or something right
and
there.
but that's not new for them.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like
been
they
years.
have this down pat.
Yeah.
And the one knock, I guess, if you were to think about it, is for many people can think, oh, Miele is just kind of a more modern, contemporary look, right? I got to tell you, and I've been in so many kitchens. While it has more glass maybe than say a Wolf, or not all Wolves, because Wolf has those models too. But I would say it can take on the look of your kitchen. We have them displayed in very traditional cabinets or transitional cabinets. So on first initial impression, that would probably be the only nut. 'Cause some people think, "Oh man, can I pull that off?" You definitely can. It'll take on pretty much anything.
Yeah, and really with them too, like feature-wise, like you said, they have the MasterChef. And again, a lot of these features are really kind of on their highest end model, but the steam assist. So their wall oven has the steam assist. You can have it plumbed to a water line, get some steam bursts, which are great for bread. So in their MasterChef program, they have a whole section just for breads and be able to add that crust on casseroles, lasagna, things like that as well to add that crust. And then just like even like little features that make it easy to use, like even like in the self-clean, like you can leave the racks in on when you're doing the self-clean. So they're kind of safe to do that. They have a wireless temperature probe. So as opposed to being wired, it's wireless, just a little bit easier to use.
Which, by the way, just don't breeze over that, because
Yeah.
that is a big feature, because many of you have probably left your racks in, or someone has. We could blame the other person. When you self-clean, and you know that because every time you go to pull open your rack, it's like,
Yeah.
it's grabbing, or it just kind of gets that rainbow effect color. Particularly, we have people complain that they used to have Easy Glide racks, and now they come back and they're like, "Well, my Easy Glide rack doesn't rack." And I said, "Well, do you take out the racks when you self-clean for a lot of ovens?" And they say no. And yeah, bake the grease right off off the bearing of the yeah. So that's kind of a big deal.
Yeah, I like
Cleaning is half of cooking.
a lot of really kind of nice features, even in the menu cooking, like you're talking about, like when everything comes out, you can do kind of menu cooking and cook multiple items at once. And it tells you, put this in now, put this in next, so it kind of really walks you through
I
everything.
always say, like, for people that are true foodies, or like, again, I bring it up a lot, but I think COVID did this. A lot of people stayed home and cooked. As much as we couldn't get product, it was one of the busiest times for us because people were home actually using their appliances again, not eating out of restaurants. I think it was a really great thing. And a lot of people really came on the backside and said, well, my kids started to learn how to cook, and we love those times.
Yeah.
You can program recipes in there just for kids. They could have their own recipe that you could program in there, and it could be that. Or you could tell them, hey, listen, this is mom's meatloaf, and
Yeah.
you get it all prepped, and you come home and they just follow the guide of what
That's
to do
it.
next.
You
So
can program the recipe
you can
right
have fun
in
with it,
there.
yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
Last brand, let's talk about SKS.
Yeah. So owned by that parent company, LG, and we talk about a lot of it. We talk about this brand a lot too, because it's pushing the least serviced appliance products out there right now is coming out of LG, LG Studio, and SKS. It just is. And they back it up with crazy tech and kind of forward-thinking features. So look no further than their double wall ovens. And in particular, look at their new transitional double wall oven, which the stainless steel in that is kind of a streak-free stainless steel. But I got to tell you, it is beautiful. Like you should go see one somewhere. I can't really describe it. It's a way they blended the steel, and it does mix in with other appliances. So if you're thinking, oh, I got to do all SKS, no, it can stand on its own or stand within other brands. But there's something to it, resisting fingerprints and just the way it blends. But it has an AI tool in it, literally, where it's a camera.
It's pretty
And if you put carrots in, before you can press it, it already knows it's carrots and is telling you, here, let me do this for you. Yeah, this is what you're going to do.
You literally press a button, it tells you what's in the oven and how long, it's truly unbelievable.
And then it's monitoring its doneness and adjusting for it. So it's like, yeah, it's a little Jetsons like and Space Age. But I got to tell you, you can do that. But like any of the features, or most features we talk about on the show and with people, is you can choose to use them or not. So don't think they're taking everything away from you. You can still say, hey, I'm better than many of these modes and I can do it, and click bake or convection or however you'd want to do it yourself. But that's a lot of people generally find with this new technology, it is getting so advanced that, you might throw your carrots down when you're done and say, man, it makes them much better.
It might be angry. It might be angry at the AI.
Yeah.
And then also with the SKS, they do have kind of that steam assist function too. A little different with the Miele. The Miele has to be kind of hardwired plumbed. The SKS actually has a reservoir that you just fill in. So it's not a full steam oven, but some just steam assist, adding it to a tenderloin or whatever it is you might be making. Just add a little bit of moisture into the oven. They make it really easy to do that there too.
Absolutely. We like them too because they hit a nice price point. Like they're giving you all this for generally a little less than the competitors.
Yeah, definitely.
With a really strong warranty. And again, their display is unbelievable, which leads me to that kind of ... LG Studio line, which is the little sister, maybe a brother to the SKS line, because SKS certainly does have some features that are worth it to go there. But if you're somebody saying, hey, I don't quite want to get into the realm of SKS and Miele and Wolf, but I still want something and I do cook and everything. The LG Studio is a extremely, I don't even think I don't know that it has a competitor.
It's crazy. Yeah.
It really doesn't. I don't know that it does in that price range. I don't think there's anyone. It has guided cooking, gourmet feature,
Steam
steam
assist. Yeah.
assist, its speed combi oven
Yeah.
is unbelievably, the fit and finish is very transitional, so it goes with pretty much anything, and the interface is spectacular. Like, you don't need anyone in sales to teach you how to use it. I generally, if a customer were to come up to me and say, "Hey, how does this work?" I'd say, "I'm not gonna tell you, try to figure it out." And literally, you figure it out. It's pretty straightforward.
Green, big, bright pictures kind of walking you through everything. Yeah, it's
Yeah, so
really intuitive.
that's just a great, I think it's the best value wall oven
Yeah,
if you're not gonna do one of the more premium brands, so you can't beat it.
absolutely. So I think that's it for wall oven brands. There's a few to consider if you're in the market for a wall oven.
And don't forget to follow us on social media for appliance tips and updates from Miele Appliance.
Your feedback is what shapes our series. Like what you saw, give us a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and drop your thoughts in the comments below. We love hearing from you.
Stay informed and inspired on all your appliance needs. This is Appliance Advisors signing off.